Hey fam, it's J Lobos coming back to you on another episode, and today I wanted to go ahead and follow up with the 4 different strategies which I started a few weeks ago regarding the CFPB. Today I'm actually going to go ahead and dive into the FTC, which is actually the Federal Trade Commission. It's a strategy that we use here, as obviously as you guys can go ahead and see. We have a few of our disputes obviously being sent out, some of them in a return receipt, some of them are going to the creditors, some of them are going to the bureaus. And with that being said, the FTC is the Federal Trade Commission. They've been around for over 100 years, and they basically help consumers or protect consumers against fraudulent, against things that creditors or other businesses, when they're not following procedures and policies. This is a great strategy that you guys out there can use. So if right now you're in the process of either working with a credit repair company, you're doing your own disputes, you've done disputes in the past, and possibly you haven't yielded the results that you were looking for, continue to watch this video because I'm going to go into a few things that you yourself could do to improve on that success probability. So again, guys, always, like I always say, share, comment, subscribe, like, the whole 9. Let's go ahead and dive into the video. I wanted to talk today about the Federal Trade Commission and how we are able to go ahead and use that. And at the end, it yields phenomenal results for our customers. Keep in mind too, every time that we're doing a dispute, we have to do it with an intent, right? No dispute could be the same. And like I've said before in my other past videos, the best way that I like to do things, which obviously gives me the best success, is physical. It's through physical mail, doing the physical dispute letter, and obviously sending that out. Why? Because I'm not limited by specific things. So with that being said, when we use the Federal Trade Commission, you have to understand that when we're challenging something under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, everything has to be verifiable, accurate, and complete, right? If it's not, that's the legal loophole that we have to challenge something and get it deleted. But what happens, a lot of times when we challenge something, we're challenging things, to be honest with you, possibly things that are ours. But for you guys out there that possibly have something on your report that you know is deemed to be false, it's not accurate, maybe you do have something that possibly, it wasn't caused by you. We obviously know that 1 out of 5 Americans, under the Forbes article, we do have a discrepancy on our credit report. So if you're obviously challenging something, as of right now, I actually have one account for one of my customers. Is actually a collection from ARS. We've obviously sent out multiple disputes in the past. We obviously have a method. I did not incorporate the Federal Trade Commission in here. And what we technically tend to do is that in our dispute letters, we tend to CC the CFPB or the FTC or whatever other third party. But there's nothing like having supporting documentation. If you go into the Federal Trade Commission website, there's actually a part on the right-hand side, you could put file a complaint. And then you obviously have a cheat sheet of how you could actually go ahead and create a dispute letter. I highly encourage you guys to log in, check that out. There's a step-by-step way on how to comprise or compose a letter that you could technically use. Because again, in the FTC website, when you go ahead and you do a complaint, it's kind of like a whole blog type situation where a lot of people are kind of putting in data, putting information, putting comments. And you can literally search companies of things that are maybe faulty. Maybe you did purchase an iPhone and Apple's not giving you your money back because again, it's a defect within that. Maybe you bought a Dell or computer, or maybe you went ahead and you got into a service and that company's not following through with the complaint that you've already had. Or maybe we went ahead, in this particular case, we've sent out disputes to the bureaus, we send out disputes to the creditors, and they're still not budging. This is where we incorporate this additional strategy with the FTC. You compose a letter, you create the comment. Now the FTC is obviously aware of it. Not only that, you print out that letter and then you send out an additional document, or in this particular case, a supporting document, which would be that complaint or that letter that you created with the FTC, which is what we did for this customer. And again, we send that over to the bureaus, we send that over to the creditors, which is a direct to creditor letter. On my last video, check that out, of what that's about. And that made the trick. Why? Because guess what? You don't want to mess with the Federal Trade Commission. You don't want to mess with the Consumer Financial Protection bureaus. they could literally cause damage to certain companies, and companies don't want to go through that. So especially when you know you're holding the burden of proof, when you know that that was not your account, you never went into that hospital, there should not be that collection, you never had that late payment, you have track record of information that says otherwise, and they're still not complying, take that strategy, use the FTC to your advantage, and I hope this video was very educational, guys. Until next time, thank you for the love and support.